Hello and welcome to Good Gaming. I'm Nick on the side of the comms, of course, Justin. So, another week, another story in gaming. This one is not pretty, especially if you're in the Xbox fan base, because Xbox released another round of price increases. Yay!
More price increasing.
Now, for clarity, if you haven't been paying attention, this is a price increase that has been hitting the US, specifically in Xbox's own citations, due to changes in the macroeconomic environment. Or I think I said micro.
The,
Macro,
the,
I think it was
the
micro.
economic environment is changing.
Which is a fun way of saying tariffs. So as a result of that mess, the Xbox has raised its price for, well, everything. Well, not everything. Consoles this time. Everything was the last round. We'll get to that
We'll get there.
again. So now, as of fall, Xbox prices will in October. I believe it's October 1st. We'll go, and this is both Xbox Series S and X, which, if you're not familiar with Xbox's new naming convention, you're not
Congratulations, here
alone.
we are.
Congratulations, you're not alone. Don't worry. S is the old generation, the last gen, and X is the current one we're on now.
Yeah.
So for the Series S, so pretty much the basic one with 512 gigabytes, that went from 399, and is that one has gone from 379, excuse me, to 399. The Xbox Series S 1 terabyte has gone from 429 to 449. And now on the current gen side of things, the Xbox Series X digital, so the disc one, went from 549 to 599. And that's 100, just so you know. Not 5.99, not 59.99, 599.99. So, yay for $600. Anyways.
Yay!
And on the topic of $600, that's what the Xbox Series X disc one is that these days, from $599 to $649. Again, $0.99 because of course it is. Gotta remember those dollars and cents.
Gotta.
So yeah, and again, if you're looking for the Series X 2 terabyte Galaxy Black Special Edition, get ready to break the bank because that went from $729 to $799. Not as egregious, but I think at a console of that scale is already pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. All things considered, if I'm being honest with you, I would say there's probably nothing really different of them except for the size and the drives. But what do I know? I didn't make it. But so yeah, this is the second though price increase that has come in the last 4 months. Because remember, back in May, or excuse me, on April 30th, they released a first round of price increases, and this one was for all the stuff, not just the consoles, but also for
Everything.
headsets and controllers. Yay! As a cold comfort, though, like I said, this second round of price increases won't be hitting everything, just the consoles, but still. The fact of the matter is that, this thing has gone up by 100 and, well, now, as of 150 bucks, soon to be 200 bucks in October since it first came out, and it's getting insane. We were talking before the show, and honestly, it'll be interesting to see more likely if, let's be frank here, this whole business in the economics of the US stabilizes, because, like I said, Trump seems to love the word tariff without actually realizing what the fuck that means. Or he does and just doesn't care, which is very likely the more likely of the two scenarios. The more, like I said, poignant point here is that when and if, or should I say if and when, this does stabilize, will Xbox bring the price down? Because as I was trying to say in the beginning of the show, me and Justin were actually talking, and I mean, let's be honest, nobody in the Xbox office is probably stupid. This is probably they know
They
this is
know.
terrible for
They
optics.
know.
They know this is terrible for optics. Absolutely abysmal, I would argue. And especially with them trying to release the new Xbox Ally, which they're partnering up with the guys over at Republic of Gaming, who do their own handheld system. I can't remember what the one that they have on the market now is called. It's obviously not the Steam Deck one. It's the other thing that's against the Steam Deck. And before you clownheads say Switch, obviously not. I feel like I had to specify that.
It
For
has
some
to be
reason.
specified.
I had to be
kinda
specified just so
does.
someone in the comments would be like, "Oh, you're talking about the Switch? No,
No.
not that one, Gary."
Other one.
Um,
The other handheld.
the other handheld, the third handheld these
The
days.
new
which-
one.
Yeah, the new one.
Which new one? The other new one.
Yeah, that's a good point too. Which new one? The other new one.
You
But
have to
anyways,
be very specific.
Yeah, that one I believe is also coming out in fall as well, if not have already came out. I think it's yet to come out though. I think it's coming out in October as well. Interestingly enough, when these price increases are set to happen, if that is to be believed, or if that is true, I should say. And as far as I'm aware, there's no talk of those prices being increased. That thing hasn't been talked about being increased in price. So if you pre-ordered it, I believe because you can at the moment, congratulations, you're still paying the same price. But probably because they already priced them, probably slightly aware of these whole economic nonsenses. But still, the fact of the matter is that the fact the US prices in consoles are now matching effectively what Canada pays for their consoles, despite having the significantly worse dollar between the two, is, like I said, not great optics, and this is definitely not going to help them move units. So once all of this stabilizes, if it does, it will be interesting to see if they drop the prices back down, if not even slightly. Because again, a lot of people in the business are probably not under any delusion of what's causing this. You know, it's the part where Trump is playing holy hell grenades with the US economy. So, maybe, maybe not. It's just interesting to kind of note that, like I said, this is increasing in price, and, well, look where we've come. And 200% price, well, $200 price increase since this console came out as of October, so, I mean, what do you think about this, Justin?
Yes.
How very informative.
Very informative indeed. I would say it's. I mean, there's no real way of like nicely putting it. It's a price increase, and it's going to suck across the board, no matter who you are. But I would say things might get slightly better a little later. Not by much, but a little.
Yeah. Like I said, we'll have to see how this goes out, especially with holiday season coming up when it comes to, December and stuff like that in a few
Like,
months.
holiday season, it's probably going to go up a little bit more, and then it'll drop down a little.
The thing, right? Holiday season is usually when you see discounts for things like that. So if they're pricing this up, factoring in US economic nonsense,
We're going to
it'll
see
be
normal
interesting to see.
prices again soon.
It would be interesting if for the holidays they drop it down, if at all, Like I said, this depends on how truthful you believe this to be entirely based on economics. Again, they don't specifically say the US, they just say changes in, global economic environment, I believe. Which, again, we all know what this is about, considering this is specifically targeted at the US. But, who knows? There might be other reasons behind these price increases that we're not aware of. So it'll be interesting to see once Christmas comes around if they will give any discounts, and if they do, which they probably will, how much those will be. So yeah, that's kind of bringing us to the end of this video. Interesting topic, like I said. Thought we'd bring it to all your attentions. It's been definitely a big breaking news topic, especially, like I said, because this is the second price increase we've had in the last 4 months. So yeah, no word on if Sony
It's
has done anything.
notable, but yeah. Like, you never know. It might increase again. It might not. You just kind
Probably
of want to
not.
keep an eye on it.
Probably not. I mean, at this point, they're probably going as far as they can go. Like I said, this is terrible for goodwill, so they probably don't want to push it any more than they have to. Especially, like I said, they're trying to push a new console with their buddies over at ROG, so it's not great for optics and not great for sales. So yeah, like I said, it'll be interesting to see what happens. No word on if Sony has done anything yet. As far as I know, they haven't changed any prices, and if they haven't done it at this point, they probably won't. Knock on wood. So, yeah. We'll see. Yeah, hope you all enjoyed. Hope you all have a great video. Hope you all have a great weekend. Sorry this one is taking a bit longer than usual. Things have been weird this week.
Yeah.
But hey, at least we got this story out that only came recently, so if we had waited, we probably would have missed it, so... There's benefits to being lazy. Yay for
There are so many
procrastination.
benefits.
Yay for procrastination and being busy. But anyways, I'll let you figure out which of those two is a predominant factor here. But have a good week, everybody. Bye-bye.
Take it easy.